Welcome back, anime fans. In today's video, we're breaking down the thrilling final episode of The Strongest Magician in the Demon Lord's army was a human, which brings everything to a climactic conclusion, full of action, strategy, and surprises. So, sit tight as we dive deep into this epic finale. The episode begins with a human guard on watch when Ike uses his magic to summon a green spiral gun, which materializes and fires toward the tower. Realizing it's an enemy attack, the soldiers scramble to prepare their defenses, but the firepower exceeds their capabilities. Rudel, the human commander, requests a status update and learns that part of the wall has been destroyed, though the damage is contained. He also discovers that the enemy has just over 500 soldiers. Initially, his vice commander is not overly concerned, but Rudel warns him not to underestimate the demons and orders him to gather all their forces. The humans cautiously launch their catapults, inflicting damage on the demon army. However, Ike quickly deploys a shield to protect his forces and urges them to hold out until Cefiro and the injured demons inside the castle can escape. After several minutes of attacking, Rudel orders his men to cease fire because he senses something is off about this battle. On the surface, it should be an easy victory for him if he assaults Ike with his main force, but he cannot determine what Ike is planning. Normally, Ike would be trying to breach the city defenses to rescue Safiro, but his squad has barely moved, and he lacks the men or firepower for a rescue operation. Being a skilled commander, Ike must have realized this as well, which suggests he has a different plan in mind. Rudel then asks the vice commander about the situation with the prisoners in the basement. The vice commander assures him that the prisoners are under strict supervision. But just in case, Rudel decides to send Valtel down there as a backup. Meanwhile, down in the basement, one of the guards is relieved from duty. As he walks away, we see the new guard mock Safiro, taunting her that her allies have arrived but will soon be wiped out. He then plans to inflict cruel and unusual torture on her for his own amusement. However, before he can act, Lilith appears and grabs him from behind and drains the life out of him. Once the guard is incapacitated, Lilith kneels in front of Cefiro and apologizes for taking so long to rescue her. Ike realizes that Rudel has stopped attacking, which means he must have caught on to their plan. Gunther asks if it's time to attack in full force yet, but Ike says they need to be a little more patient and buy more time. Ike then launches more wind blasts at the wall to bait Rudel into attacking him again. Rudel, aware of Ike's strategy, requests a status update on their troops. He learns that their infantry, cavalry, and archers are all ready to attack immediately. And with this information, he is confident that Ike's team won't advance any further. Rudel orders his soldiers to resume attacking, intending to gradually wear down Ike's squad until they can annihilate him. Meanwhile, Rudel's soldiers, who were tasked with guarding Fiorentina and the other demons, become concerned that the situation might spiral out of control. They start to consider killing the prisoners to prevent any potential escape. Before they can act, a spell is cast on them, putting them to sleep. Lilith then appears, carrying Safiro. Fiorentina is overjoyed to see that Safiro is all right. She runs up to her and apologizes for not being able to prevent her capture. Safiro reassures Fiorentina that she has nothing to apologize for and expresses her gratitude that everyone is still alive. Lilith then tells them that there isn't enough time for a reunion, so Fiorentina stands up and says she'll leave the rest to Lilith. However, in the next moment, Fiorentina is shot in the back with an arrow, causing her already weakened body to collapse. The arrow was fired by Valtel's squadron, which had been sent to ensure the prisoners did not escape. Valtel intended for the demons to cower in fear, but to his surprise, Lilith starts laughing hysterically because everything is unfolding exactly as Ike had predicted. Confused, Valtel asks Lilith what she means, so she directs his attention to Piggy standing next to him. Valtel is shocked and simply backs away, asks how Piggy got there. Piggy says he walked in through the front door with a few magic tricks involved. Meanwhile, Lilith uses magic to send a signal to Ike. As soon as Ike receives it, he uses magic to teleport the firing squad into the castle along with Piggy. Recognizing the guns and their deadly potential, Valtel realizes it's too late to warn his troops. The soldiers are quickly shot and taken down. Once the firing squad runs out of ammunition, Valtel attempts to rally the remaining troops to attack, but his efforts are thwarted as the remaining orcs launch a devastating counterattack. Lilith advises the orcs not to overdo it, as they have other tasks to complete before they can escape. As the battle rages on, Safiro is desperately trying to save Fiorentina, who, before passing out, apologizes for failing her. Enraged by the loss of her subordinate, Cefiro directs her fury at Valtel, exploding her wand and stepping on his throat. The soldiers, witnessing her brutal attack on Valtel, immediately flee. However, Safiro is not satisfied and prepares to chase down and eliminate every last soldier. Before she can proceed, Lilith steps in front of her and begs her to calm down. Safiro initially refuses, but hesitates when Lilith mentions that the orders come from Ike. Reluctantly, she agrees to listen. Meanwhile, Piggy lifts Fiorentina's body and informs Safiro that she is still alive and needs medical attention. He asks the others to continue the mission without him. A short time later, Rudel receives word that demons have breached the city wall, freed the prisoners, and appeared out of thin air, likely due to Ike's magic. They then hear a loud explosion within the wall and see Piggy's firing squad causing havoc among the human soldiers. Safiro blows up all the heavy artillery, further devastating the human forces, causing Rudel's plan to collapse. After sufficiently damaging the enemy troops, Piggy signals Ike with a flare gun. Seeing the signal, Ike tells Gunther to launch their attack. Gunther, having prepared several barrels of gunpowder, sends gargoyles to drop them on the human forces. Piggy and Lilith, aware of the impending disaster, instruct their allies to stop fighting and escape through the gaps in the wall before it's too late. Rudel spots the gargoyles flying overhead, carrying suspicious barrels. He's unsure of their purpose, but knows it can't be good, so he immediately orders his men to fall back. Moments later, the gargoyles begin dropping the barrels, which erupt into fiery explosions upon hitting the ground, further destroying Rudel's defenses. Sensing an opportunity, Ike commands his forces to launch an all-out offensive. Meanwhile, Rudel scrambles to manage the damage from his recent losses, but he has no time to regroup. He's soon informed that Ike's forces are advancing. Realizing they stand no chance of winning a full-scale attack at this point, Rudel orders an immediate retreat. Although he admits defeat for today, he vows to return and ensure he never loses to Ike again. After the battle, the demon army occupies the city and starts rebuilding. The platoon commanders arrive, surprised to see humans working alongside demons. Safiro explains they're citizens of Avalius who saved her and deserve respect. Fiorentina recovers, and though the leaders feel guilty for not helping, Cefiro reassures them it wasn't their fault. Then, Piggy delivers a letter from Rudel, praising Ike as a worthy rival. Ike responds respectfully, expressing hope they meet as friends in the future. Suddenly, the Demon Lord appears. Piggy is shocked, as rumors depict the Demon Lord as a terrifying beast. Ike apologizes for his subordinate's actions, but she says it's fine since few know her true appearance. Piggy remembers the Demon Lord is the mysterious girl who saved Avalius days ago. The Demon Lord then praises Safiro. and promotes Ike to commander of the 8th Corps.
団長アイクを第8軍団団長に任命する。
What an epic finale! If you enjoyed this recap, be sure to hit like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more anime breakdowns. Don't forget to check the description below to sign up for a 30-day free trial of Amazon Prime Video. Click the link to explore even more amazing shows. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in our next video.